Good evening, everybody. Happy Halloween. Happy October 31st here. It is 8 o'clock. I'm Savannah Louie with Atlanta News First at the Atlanta News First Alert desk here with your top stories for the Atlanta area this evening. Thank you so much for joining us. We're just going to get straight into it, starting with a story that was breaking during our earlier afternoon newscast. If you were joining us on Atlanta News First on air or online earlier this evening, you may have heard about a shooting at a Marta Station in Atlanta, Fulton County. I want to give you a quick little update, though, on what we know so far. One person is dead. A suspect is in custody after that shooting took place earlier this afternoon. The shooting happening just before 1:30 this afternoon. Here's what Marta police have said. They say that the person was killed. The man was killed while sitting on a bench at the time of the shooting. What led up to the shooting and the relationship between the shooter, the suspected shooter, and the victim isn't known at the moment. But right now, multiple jurisdictions are investigating. We know that multiple jurisdictions responded: Georgia State Police, Capitol Police, and they also had EMS called and responded to the location. Again, unfortunately, that victim has passed away, has died. I do want to also point out here, this station very close to the Georgia State University campus here, Marta police have said they believe no GSU students were involved. We are digging a little bit deeper into this story. I know that at Atlanta News First, we have a reporter pursuing and asking authorities more questions about some of the safety concerns that are in this area. You be on the lookout for this story and more details following it in our afternoon and evening newscast tonight on Atlanta News First and Peachtree TV. And then also updates online at atlantanewsfirst.com as well as the Atlanta News First app. All right, guys, want to get you caught up to a second story here. This one was pretty interesting to me, and especially, if you follow baseball at all, this might be a pretty surprising story to you. Atlanta Braves now facing a pretty major lawsuit for an injury that occurred during the World Series. Here's a glimpse of part of that injury here. What you're looking at is the result of an incident back in the lawsuit, which was filed in 2023. The incident happened back in October 2021 during Game 3 of the World Series. That was between the Braves and the Houston Astros when Jorge Soler threw a ball, according to the lawsuit, overhand with a great deal of speed and force, and it ended up hitting that woman who you briefly saw, hitting her in the right eye. Ouch. Yeah, there it is. The lawsuit says that it caused extensive and excruciating injury. You can see her eye quite swollen in that photo there. The lawsuit says that this woman, Myra Norris, had no time to react or avoid the ball's impact, and the alleged incident happened when that ball was not into play. It also says that Soler threw that ball into a Truist Park crowd, which is how it struck Norris in the face. There are a number of other details as part of this allegation and lawsuit. We have all of it on our website, atlantanewsfirst.com, along with the Atlanta News First app. So if you want to actually read through the lawsuit filing, it's about 10 pages long. You can do that. Again, find all of it on our website there. All right, guys, I want to get you a really fun story for the holiday. It is Halloween after all. I know many of you guys are probably out there celebrating tonight. So in order to get you in the Halloween holiday spirit, we're going to do something a little fun here. I want to take you to Fulton County Courthouse, where there were a number of free Halloween wedding ceremonies earlier today. From here, I'm going to let our reporter Amanda Rose explain what went down at the courthouse and how people are celebrating not only Halloween, but their love as well.
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss your bride.
Surrounded by cobwebs, spiders, and skulls, tying the knot never looks so scary. Listening to a playlist of creepy classics, Fulton County couples spent this Halloween saying "I boo" until death do them part.
Look at this wig. Look at all the bounce in this wig.
Litigation manager Michael Moore bringing some laughter and smiles to the newlyweds, dressing up as a grandma inspired by Tyler Perry's Medea for the spooky services.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Why not put on your a cool outfit, come down and get married? I mean, why not?
This is the Fulton County Probate Court's first year offering Halloween weddings. They say on Friday the 13th, so many couples were dressed up that they thought, why not offer this on the spookiest day of the year?
You wanted to be a devil, I wanted to be an angel.
That was the idea.
Costumes or not, Natalie and David Casey met working at Petco in 2018. The two were engaged a year later. And on Friday the 13th, while watching a scary movie, they decided why not make it official this Halloween.
Halloween's definitely like one of her favorite holidays, and I like it too.
Take you, Willan.
Take you, Willan.
6 years and 6 children later, Quentin and Willan Welch say a Halloween wedding wasn't planned, but it sure made it memorable.
A day didn't matter, it's just we make this day, so I'm excited.
Till death do us part.
Love you.
Love you too.
In downtown Atlanta, Amanda Rose, Atlanta News First.
Very cute. Congratulations to everybody who enjoyed not only the spooky Halloween spirit, but a little love in the air as well. All right, guys, final story I have for you tonight is something that we're looking towards tomorrow. This is surrounding the Young Thug trial, the Young Thug YSL trial. If you've been following along, rapper Young Thug at the center of a RICO indictment with a number of people, alleged gang members involved here in the Atlanta area. Tomorrow, the focus of the trial is going to be whether rap lyrics can be used as evidence. Again, this is in Young Thug's organized crime trial here in Atlanta. Young Thug, whose real name, by the way, is Jeffrey Williams, he is facing allegations, along with 8 other defendants, that they are members of the gang Young Slime Life and that they've been part of a number of other crimes as well. District Attorney Fonnie Willis will be prosecuting and a huge part of this trial. She has previously said that she believes in the First Amendment. However, the First Amendment does not protect people from prosecutors using it as evidence if it is such. In this case, we put it as overt predicate act in the RICO count because we believe that's exactly what it is. Again, this lawsuit, this trial, going to be furthering its continuance tomorrow. So we will be keeping a close eye on this. I know it's been a big story for us here in not only the Atlanta area, but honestly, throughout the entire country, it feels like a lot of folks have been keeping their eye on that. All right, but guys, for now, I want to thank you for joining me here at 8 o'clock. We are going to show you one person who we're excited all to see. One person who's very important to us right now because we have been experiencing a chill in the air. I don't know if you stepped outside at all this evening, but ooh, it is getting chilly. Let's bring up meteorologist Patrick Pete now. Hey, Patrick.
What is going on? Yeah, temperatures have been a little bit cool today. First alert because the numbers have been dropping and they're not done yet. So,
I know. I was hearing the freezing word being thrown around. I'm going to go ahead and show a picture of, this is Midtown Atlanta in the far background here. And you can't really tell how cold it is just by looking at this picture. But I bet a lot of those folks who are driving on the interstate there on your left-hand side of the screen, they got their heaters on. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Temperatures have been plummeting, and that's going to continue to be the story. I actually saw some folks walking around Marietta. You look closely, you can see people are out and about trying to get some candy, doing a little bit of trick-or-treating, and the numbers have been dropping. And so that's why we have a first alert today for these chilly temperatures. Happy Halloween. Happy Tuesday. Thank you for joining us this evening as we break down these numbers and talk about these dropping numbers and tell you how long this cold air is going to be around. 55 degrees right now. There's a north-northwest wind at about 13 miles per hour. Temperatures roughly 10 degrees cooler than we were yesterday at this hour. So noticeably feeling different. I do think that if you're getting out, maybe it's for a Halloween party, those numbers will continue to drop. Temperatures will fall into the 40s by the 10 o'clock hour, but we're going to feel like the 40s for the next couple of hours. And look at those numbers sliding to 41 by 2 a.m. when a lot of the bars and clubs are closing, but feeling like 32 degrees because of that north-northwest wind. So going to be a cold night. We should be near 49 degrees for a morning low, and we're going to be nearly 15 degrees cooler than that as we start off the day near 34 here in Atlanta. 30 degrees for the start of the morning in Rome, 29 in Gainesville. We're talking about 29 in Villa Rica and Cedarstown as well. It is going to be a chilly day as we head into tomorrow morning. And that's why the National Weather Service has a freeze warning that goes into effect at around midnight or 2 a.m. and will linger until 10 a.m. It's going to be a cold morning, guys. The heater full blast. Here's what we're talking about as we head through the next couple of days. That first alert will continue into Wednesday, not only because of the freeze warning, but also because of the wind chills. We talk about wind chills often. A lot of people, the trolls on the internet, they kind of talk about wind chill as if it's just something we make up. But it really is something that your body experiences. Whenever you have wind blowing, essentially think about you walking around day to day. There's technically like an exterior thermal layer that keeps you a little bit warm. It's just above the skin, and it traps heat near you. Think about wearing a jacket or coat or something like that. It's also like another layer of insulation. But whenever there's wind blowing against your skin, that essentially blows that warm layer that's really, it's really close to your skin. So don't think that it's like thick. It's really, really small, really, really shallow. But wind blows that away essentially. So the impact to your skin or to your body is that it actually feels colder than it is out there. It's a scientific thing. It's real. And that wind chill will be something that you experience tomorrow morning. Sometimes you step outside, you walk to your car, you're like, ooh, it's frigid, it's cold, it's freezing, my face is frozen. And then you get to your car, you look at your phone, whatever you do, and you see the temperature and you're like, man, 40 degrees, it sure feels colder than that. Wind chill. So a first alert for all of that for tomorrow, and then a first alert for Thursday because we do expect more freezing potential. And while everyone will not fall to freezing tonight, a lot of folks will. We do think that there's going to be the potential for even more folks to be included in that freeze watch. It maybe get extended to a warning for Thursday morning as temperatures look to be slightly colder for most of us. So very cold, unseasonably cold couple of days coming down the pipeline, and then we will trend milder as we head into the weekend. The forecast actually looks amazing, so if you're looking to get out this weekend, green light. Meanwhile, sunshine's going to be the name of the game for tomorrow. Going to be hard to find any clouds as there's high pressure that's going to be nearby, essentially suppressing all of that. No rain in the cards. It's just going to be a story of temperatures just feeling frigid. So we'll be near 34 degrees at 7 a.m. when the kids are at the bus stop. But check out those feel like numbers. Feeling like the 20s. Just cold thinking about it. It makes me really glad that I work second shift, so I come in at 1 because it's going to be at least slightly milder. But look at the numbers for the afternoon. 12, 1 o'clock, we're in the mid to upper 40s, barely feeling like the 40s. So it's going to be an uncomfortable day no matter what part of the day you have to get out. That's why we first alert. We'll get up to about 55 degrees for a high before we start to see those numbers sliding back down. So 7 o'clock, thinking about going out for dinner, participating in Wind Down Wednesday. I mentioned earlier in one of the newscasts that the recommendation is going to be for some sort of red, something to keep you warm because it's a little cold out. Good night for gumbo as well. If you're going to do gumbo, pair that with a nice Malbec and you're winning. 45 degrees by the 8 o'clock hour, dipping into the 30s through the overnight. And that's why we expect it to be cold for the morning on Thursday. A freeze watch for Thursday morning already in effect as those temperatures are going to be downright cold. We're talking low 30s, upper 20s for the start of your Thursday morning, and we'll eventually start to see those numbers trend into better territory. So it's a little bit late now, but if you have any potted plants that are on your patio that you can bring in, that's going to be the move for sure because your plants are not going to like this cold air as it moves in. If you have some bell peppers like me, go ahead and do that. And that's going to be something you're going to want to do for the next couple of days. You don't want to leave your pets outside either because this is cold. They're not going to like that either. Temperatures will trend milder as we head towards Friday afternoon, but we could still see some frost advisories Friday morning because we're going to be very, very close to frost numbers. Getting back into the 70s as we head towards your Saturday, and then we're trending beautifully into the low 70s by Sunday. The weekend's going to be gorgeous. Great opportunities to get out and about, have some fun, enjoy some milder weather. We are watching another system that's going to eventually come back into the region early next week. Right now, the models have been really dialing back on the moisture. Looks a little bit more aggressive yesterday. Several models did. We're going to keep rain chances around Monday. Tuesday looks like that front could have some prefrontal showers Monday, and then the actual front pushes through Tuesday, and that'll give us at least a rain chance. You'll want to stick with us as we continue to fine-tune that. We need to see more data on that. That's still 6-7 days away, so we have time to evolve that forecast. We are pretty certain we're going to get lots of clouds, a little bit of moisture, and we'll see a temperature drop that will not be as drastic as the one that we're dealing with now. Nonetheless, that will be our next big thing once we get past these couple of freeze advisories that we're talking about for the next couple of days. So reasons to at least stay dialed into the forecast. I'll throw that 7-day forecast up so that you all can see this 7-day and make your plans to get out and about and do what you need to do over the course of the next couple of days. I apologize for the close, for the cold temperatures, because it's, not my doing. I'm just the bearer of the news. Unfortunately, it's going to be with us for a few more days, but things trend better by the end of the week. So I see that there are no questions right now on YouTube, and I know a lot of you are joining us at home, watching us on the ANF Plus app, on Amazon Prime, Roku, all of those goodies. I'm going to leave you with the 7 days so that we can do a little bit more work. Meteorologist Fred Campagna is going to have some updates on not only the numbers as they trend colder for tomorrow morning, which is going to be a beast. I'm warning you. Grab those gloves, grab the scarf. I'm a Southern boy. I'm from Louisiana, by way of a lot of other places. I've lived in Maryland. It's been a while since I've experienced some air this cold, so something that you'll want to make sure that you are prepared for, and the kids are as well. So you guys have a fantastic Tuesday evening. Have a safe Halloween. Remember to be careful of kids crossing the roads, although most of them should be making their way in now. These are really adult celebration hours. Nonetheless, happy Tuesday.